What's up, peeps? Welcome back to Rebranding Safety. If you're new here, Rebranding Safety is changing the perception of health and safety, and we do that right here on the YouTube channel. We do that on the podcast as well. This video is a pod clip from a podcast. You can get the podcast on pretty much any platform. Just search Rebranding Safety. Rebranding Safety is sponsored by Paradigm Human Performance HSE subscription service, the perfect solution for those of you in small, medium-sized enterprise that feel like you're just spinning loads of plates all the time. Without further ado, let's get into today's pod clip.
Facilitation for the sake of it. Now, there's what really pains me, and I'll say the word pain. You know, I just sit there and sort of like tear my hair out. Is when you have somebody who I don't know, they're asking for people's ideas on, you know, okay, what are the classic? Give me some symptoms of fatigue, for example. And so they'll ask the class to give their answers, and so they'll ask the class their answer. They won't write anything down. They'll just say, oh yeah, that's it. Somebody will suggest something and they'll go, no, not really. And you think, oh, come on. You've asked them for some symptoms of fatigue. You're asking them for their opinion. You haven't asked them for the right answer. And the difficulty is that as soon as you say no to somebody, that's it, bam, you'll get nothing out of them at all, because they don't want to, they'll feel humiliated in front of their peers because they were confident enough to say something and you've just crushed them. So you haven't actually given them, you haven't validated what they're saying. So one of the things that and then the next bit of that is that they say, okay, let's have a look and see if we got those all. And they'll bring up a slide that's like got all the things that they wanted to make sure that you said. And you just think to yourself, well, what was the point of asking us if you're just going to use yours anyway? Yeah. Because actually the point of a skilled facilitator is that, okay, you might be looking to ask for symptoms of fatigue because it's leading on to, okay, how would you identify it between yourself? You know, how would you identify it in somebody else? Look at signs and symptoms, you know, split the two perhaps. But you've got to have the confidence and the depth of knowledge to work with whatever that class give you. So there is no right answer. You need to apply your knowledge and understanding to the examples that you're given. And even if somebody gives you completely the wrong answer, then the minute you say, oh, that's not really what I'm looking for, you're not going to get anything out of them for the rest of the session, frankly. So and so we actively encourage people that if you're going to do an open facilitative session, don't do it for the sake of it. If you need to instruct something, if you need to do a knowledge transfer, just tell them the information. Don't do this kind of like, oh, well, let's have a think at what your ideas are, because it's just time wasting, frankly, and it invalidates anything they're going to say anyway if you're just going to overrule it with what you want to talk about.